What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Herman Caicedo. Okay. Of course, we know Herman Caicedo is the trainer, the head trainer of Luis Ortiz, and he had something very, very powerful to say about Ortiz. He says, "Hell no, no other heavyweight in the division can beat Luis Ortiz," said Caicedo. He takes a good shot. There is a reason people didn't fight him, and Deontay Wilder said it best. You have to do what Luis can do for 12 rounds and be able to take a massive shot. It's a hard combination to find. Okay. Well, I like these type of statements from trainers because they are mostly they are other promoters for their fighters. You know what I mean? Like Freddie Roach is to Pacquiao, and they're a huge asset in promoting their fighter because they're firsthand on the preparation of that fighter and what that fighter's capabilities are. They see their strength as well as their weakness. Now, in Ortiz's thing, I think his weakness is he's getting older, and because he's getting older, he's getting slower. And if Caicedo is so adamant and he's so confident that he will beat the other heavyweights, I think now the ban should be unlifted. You know, the shackles, the chains, okay, should be lifted from Ortiz and allow Ortiz to fight these guys. Get him in there with these other guys. Let's see what he can do. He's not a guinea pig no more. He's not a slave no more. He's not an esclavo. He's none of that now. He is a guy that now you're saying if the fighter looks, the fight or the future looks bright for Ortiz, I think they should now put their money where the mouth is. The proof is in the pudding. You know, and I'm an Ortiz fan. I want to see these type of fights. I want to see him fight. Let's think, can he fight a Kalnaki? Let him be somewhat like, let him fight Dillian White. Okay, and I have another video about Dillian White in regards to Luis Ortiz. I'm going to drop that here in a few. But let these fights happen to see where Luis Ortiz really is being ranked. Where does he fall in place at? Okay, because we have Deontay Wilder, of course, he was promoting Ortiz. You know what I mean? And we have all these other state channels saying, oh, well, Ortiz will do this and do that. I think he's a very good boxer. I think he's one of the best heavyweight boxers, skill-wise, that we have despite his age. But we have to see what he's going to do with other styles. Wilder doesn't really have a style. Wilder's just a tall, lanky, powerful fighter that relies on one punch. Okay? Let's see how Ortiz does against White, against Chisora. Ooh, that would be a massive fight. Imagine, a counterpuncher looking for counterpunches coming from a man that's constantly moving forward. Massive fight, probably one of the fights of the year, because Chisora is not going to come to play with you. Chisora is coming to bang. You got Kalnaki, you got Charles Martin. You have a lot of guys. You still have those under, like Joe Joyce. Remember that fight was brewed up, and Joe Joyce's team backed down. I do remember that, because I covered that. But let's see what they do now, because what happens if this guy is old? Prove this guy is old. I don't care about the rumors of his age, and that means nothing to me. Okay, what matters to me is if you can have Coach Herman saying, that Ortiz will fight anyone, they can't beat him, not even at his age. All right, hurry up and put him in there with these other guys to see where he falls in line. He is no longer a plan for Al Heyman for Wilder. Wilder has he has fulfilled that plan. I don't think they need Ortiz honestly no more. Okay, so I think that he's free to fight whoever the hell they put in front of him. But whoever they put in front of him shouldn't be guys like Travis Kaufman, you know what I mean, and Christian Hammer. These should be guys that, hey, Ortiz doesn't have time to fuck around. And I know the problem is with Ortiz. Ortiz knows that. And he also knows that he wants bigger paydays because he knows he can't fight that much longer realistically on a certain level. And he was doing a good job against Wilder. But again, of course, like I stated, Wilder doesn't have a style. Wilder has a knockout style. That's the only style that he really has, okay? So fighting other fights, I want to see how he matches up against the other top fighters and the other heavyweights, okay? He's lost. I like the idea of him fighting the loser out of Joshua Ruiz, okay? I would love to see that fight. Why? Because at least we'll know who will win out of those guys. It will be a fresh fight with two new fresh fighters. And we don't have to worry about the stagnant shit that we've been dealing with for the last 2 years. And that's what we've seen, especially from Wilder, Ortiz, then Wilder, Ortiz again, then Wilder, Fury, then Wilder, Fury again. You know, the freshest thing and the newest fight we've seen was Wilder, Brazil, and Joshua Ruiz. That's it. Well, we did see White Rivas, right? We did see that fight. We were blessed with that fight. Then Alexander Usyk came in there. And that's another one. Two southpaws against each other. How would Usyk do against Luis Ortiz? That's another thing. You look, all these fights that could possibly happen. And according to trainer Herman Caicedo, right? If he can say that none of these guys can beat Luis Ortiz, prove it. That's all I want to see. I want to see these fights. I don't want to see these bullshit fights from these no-name people that you've never heard of. Some flabby ass dude we ain't heard of and he ain't fought since 2016. I don't want to see no fight like that coming from Luis Ortiz if he's that skillful. You know what I mean? And if we do continue seeing fights like that, you have to question, what the hell is Al Heyman really doing, or what the hell is Team Ortiz doing? Really? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Herman Caicedo's statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.